Namaste. Happy winter solstice. Ugh, as soon as I go live. Okay. What's going on, people? It's the winter solstice. You know, how are y'all doing? Hey, geez, what's up, Angelus Carter? Swords Witch, how you doing? Before we even get started, and before I say anything, hello, Sharon. Hello, Tosh. Before we say anything, hit that like button, share, subscribe. So interesting, winter solstice. It's been cloudy all day. Remember, I live in Texas, so the sun officially dies today. But I'm sure y'all knew that already. What's going? Damn. What's up, Papa Ken? Namaste. Finally came back to one of my lives. What's up, Faith? Peace, Faith. I ain't seen you in a minute. No wonder you said cut your live. Okay. Bring on the winter outfits. Listen to me, y'all. If it's happening here, I know it's happening everywhere else. So we get ready to have a deep freeze, right? For the next 2 days. The next 2 days. Okay. Everywhere on the earth is fine except here. Don't let them fool you. It's only happening here. Okay. Too many homeless people. Just think about that for a second. Remember the agenda. The agenda is to depopulate the earth. They've been doing a fine job of it so far, to be quite honest. So, yeah. Also, though, let me not be all doom and gloom today. Also, it's a great time to do rituals. Okay. Anything new, anything you need to banish, anything you want to create, the winter solstice is an excellent time to create new opportunities. With the winter solstice, though, y'all, check this out. They got a new movie coming out tomorrow, and it's called Babylon. You think about it. This is Babylon. Babylon didn't go anywhere. This is Babylon. You know, and all the things that I've been saying and warning against, and the degeneracy of this part of the planet. You know, this is the land of the free. Really is land of the free. Okay. Home of the brave, because they dare do some of the most ridiculous shit ever and degenerate shit. I said it. So let me go get my vitamin D. Peace, Rayshawn. You feeling the wrath of Saturn. Peace, Elegant Granny. I'm feeling the wrath of Saturn. Yeah. So where y'all are at, particularly Elegant Granny, Swords Witch, Tosh, where y'all are at is probably real cold right now. So I named New York, Virginia, and what's that? New York, Virginia, and Chicago. Is it cold, y'all? We've been getting warnings all week. The last time, Louisiana, Papa Ken, is it cold down there too? Jeez. The last time we got warnings like this, we had that winter storm. Kentucky in Angeles is in Kentucky. It's been in the 30s the last few days. Right. KC nasty too? Look at that. You've not been outside in 3 days, around 40, right? It's around 47 now. When we woke up, it was in the 30s. Okay. Remember, I live in Texas. It was 40 degrees. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 47 now. Woke up, it was in the 30s. They're warning that the temperature is going to plummet to around 9 degrees. The last time that happened, we were without power for 4.5 days. Rayshawn's in Baltimore. Okay. So it's a trend here. I knew it wasn't just Texas. I knew that. I didn't realize that it's covering most of the United States. Well, with the exception of Angeles, he's in Kentucky. We were stationed in Kentucky one time. Well, Clarksville. It's like it's next to Hopkinsville, Kentucky. So it's a trend, y'all. It's supposed to 11 degrees. 11 degrees in Kentucky on Friday. That's the day where all this shit's supposed to, right, same here. It's going to be very windy tomorrow. It's supposed to hit us tomorrow. Very windy, but y'all see what Angeles is saying. It's supposed to be 11 degrees in Kentucky. Okay. You're going to have to order more food. How about you cook? Swords Witch, how about you cook? Cook your food. Cook some food. We're going to come out, and if it's like that, I can imagine what Chicago's going to be like. It's always cold there. But I can imagine what New York's going to be like. In any places that's near water. Okay? That's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. So it is pretty much the whole United States. That, make no mistake. This is not an accident. You know, abnormal weather like this is not an accident. I need y'all to understand that. Okay? They have not stopped their experiments whatsoever. They have not stopped. Don't think they are targeting just Black people. If you need to get out of that black and white shit, it doesn't matter. Okay? It's the rich versus the poor, pretty much. Or the yous versus everybody else. Let me just say it that way. Because when you dig and you follow the blueprints, it always leads back to a certain people. Always. Oh, greetings, namaste. The Motown Witches joined us. Not looking forward to this mess? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the Motown Witches in Detroit. It's pretty warm for Chicago. The typical temp is 20 to 25 degrees. We've been hovering around 37. See, y'all see this pattern here? Around the 30s. It's supposed to get down to 9 degrees here on Friday. It's supposed to get 9 here on Friday. So how, in Virginia and Texas, how's it getting to the same temperature? Well, I know you can order groceries online. I know that. I'm just saying. I was just fucking with you. I was saying cook. You should have some food in the house. You forgot to get your extra winter coat? Hey, invest in a pea coat. I was in the Navy. They issued us pea coats. When I got older, it got a little bigger and got older, I bought me a pea coat. You know, I don't have that luxury now being in the military where they issue pea coats. Pea coats are so warm. Right. Hello, Donna. Swords Witch says there's no more middle class. Not at all. The movie The Day After Tomorrow, that movie that scared everybody, comes to mind with these cold temperatures. Right. But doctor's appointments only. Other than that, I'm a hermit. I'm not even going I don't trust none of these motherfuckers. Yeah, all those homeless people going to feel it. Yeah, I agree. I feel sorry for anybody who has to live in this, for real. I'm not just saying that. I have a heart. Supposed to get to the negatives in Kansas City. God damn. See what I'm saying? It's a trend. How many people are actually paying attention though? Remember when I said we had that winter storm? How many people have paid attention to me? When I said this was a test run in Texas. Remember I said that? Remember I lived through that 4.5 days of no electricity? No, we had water, but we made it through it. I mean, it was uncomfortable and it was kind of just unpleasant, but we made it through it intact. You see what I'm saying? Like I said in my last live, and I hope this is not what somebody unsubscribed to me for saying this. When I said all of this was coming, I'm not saying it like as I told you so. I have genuine concern for people. I'm a Virgo with natural healers. So as much big shit as I talk, I still do worry about people. That's me. I'm a human. Well, I'm talking semantics now, but you know, I don't mean by any means do I mean to repeat myself or just kind of be like Mr. I told you so. I don't mean to be that way. I don't. Okay. But when you fuck with spirits the way I do, you get to see some shit. Hell, you get to dream it. You know what I mean? And it's not looking good. Okay. Now I joke around and everything, but in all seriousness, I said this was going to happen again. Okay. I thought it was going to happen a little sooner last year. After we had that winter storm earlier last year, I thought it was going to happen at the end of last year. But no, in true psychotic fashion, they wait for a year later to do all this. We've been getting told we was getting a dark winter. He said it last year, though. He said that, for a year now. Yeah, he did say that. Yeah, Tosh, I saw that earthquake that hit Northern Cali. I did see that. And we have homeless people here too, also in the downtown area. So what they're doing in my city is this is where, if y'all are witches, this is where you're supposed to protect your community. They have warming shelters downtown where I live at. Okay. Witches, sorcerers, magicians, all who dabble, no, I shouldn't say that. All who are into the occult, you are supposed to be protecting your communities now. This is the service you're supposed to be providing. Okay. Making sure your communities are safe. Desperate people do desperate things. Know what I mean? I'm not looking forward to it, but I have been preparing since our winter storm and beyond that. So there are ways to survive. I hope y'all have been stocking up. I know Elegant Granny was. I know Tosh was. And a few other people. I know Papa Ken was. Everybody was. When I had that live where I was talking about what did we learn from that winter storm, and I was telling people stock up on beans and non-perishable foods and canned goods and just really safety guides. Remember that book I recommended, The Art of Shinku. Remember that? The Art of Shinku? Take that to heart. Here in Louisville, so many people that are homeless. Oh, I read that already. Okay. Yeah. We have so many more rice. Man, we got so much rice. We got so many beans. We got MREs. We got everything, you know. There are people out here who still don't believe that this government would do such a thing to us. All right. I lived through the crack era. Okay. It was rough seeing people that I knew who were hardened, confident people get broken down by crack and just their bodies ravaged with it and them just strung out. Have you ever seen a strung out person? It's not a nice sight, especially if you knew them before they got strung out. Okay. That was a big ass experiment. All right. It was a big ass experiment. Black people don't own planes. They don't have any deals with drug kingpins in other countries. Okay. That was an agency that did that. All right. We got out of it, but look how long it took. And look how many bodies it destroyed and communities it destroyed. Okay. You had the Tuskegee experiment. All right. That was another experiment. The people of this part of the earth have been human guinea pigs since the 1900s. Okay. This is where your research comes in. All right. This is where your research comes in. Okay. So y'all can't be surprised or disappointed when things like this happen. I've been working with St. Michael heavy for my whole family and friends. That's what's up, Papa Kim. That's what's up. You remember, Tosh? I think it started in February because that's when it gets really cold over here. That's the real New Year in March. I need to start stocking up again, have plenty of non-perishable items, but need to restock on water and bleach. Absolutely bleach. Freezers packed. Here's a, if you didn't know this, now y'all remember, I'm gonna come back to these comments in a second, but if y'all remember those big Crisco cans, couldn't get the word out. Crisco cans, y'all remember those big things? You can use that to make a big, how long does it last? 10 hours? A big ass candle you can make with one of those. If you run out of water, you can use plastic bags like when you get at the grocery store. Put it in the toilet, handle your business, wrap it up, throw it out. Okay, that's if you lose water. All right. I would tell y'all other ways, but I think I covered this already. Matter of fact, I know I did. After our winter storm, I know I did. I got a few cheap solar generators and they work well. That's what I'm talking about. The Motown Witch says it was a terrible time. Entire neighborhoods here in Detroit were destroyed. And, you know, I have a friend who lives there, an ex-coworker who lives in Detroit. She lives here now. She's from Detroit. And she tells me, she says she hates going home because it's a ghost town. Remember, Detroit was a bustling city. Okay. Guess what the population was in Detroit? And now it's pretty much nothing. Remember, they had all those factories gone. Okay. And like the Motown Witch just said, communities were destroyed. Okay. So y'all gotta, if you still of that mindset that these people won't do this, no, they can't do that. You're sadly mistaken. You're not learning from history. Those who don't learn history are doomed to repeat it. Period. Weed has become very popular, especially in the Black community. I think weed might affect everyone soon since they are making it legal and selling it in stores. The thing about that is that they add shit to it. I've been around it. They are adding other stuff to it. Y'all got to be careful with that too. Be careful of anything that's going to open your mind up. That's not what they want. Okay. Anything that's going to like, they've tainted everything. Everything is GMO now. Everything. I've seen some videos, like YouTube videos or shorts of people just bugging out off weed. When has weed ever done that? They are fucking with the weed too. So you have to be very, very careful. You know what I mean? Unless you're growing this yourself, I wouldn't touch nothing. No alcohol, no cigarettes, none of this shit. Nothing that weakens your body. Nothing. Just getting back into rituals, been so busy with work. Okay. Order more water from Amazon. It's essential to have good price. Really? Distilled water. Don't forget, distilled water. Candle. Yes, Donna, candle. A Crisco can. I don't know where I put that. I have a, it was going around Facebook too. I have a, crap. It was a Facebook post that went around a lot in early January of last year, showing you how to survive certain things in case of power outages. Remember, ever since that power outage here in Texas, then Facebook was flooded with advertisements. What are you going to do when the power go out? What do you do when the grid goes down? Okay? They've been warning consistently for almost 2 years now. Okay? And I'm not going to repeat anything I said in that video where I said, what did we learn? All right? Because I don't want to be Mr. I told you so. Now's not the time for that. There's a time and place for everything. We use Crisco for everything here, especially, yeah, for skin issues. Yup, exactly. They say, yes, I remember. The cans now aren't metal cans. Really? They're not metal cans anymore. Wow. I remember watching old black and white City of the Future films that Disney used to do, claiming Detroit would be a futuristic city. Now it's a ghost town. Yeah, and you're not far from Detroit, if I'm not mistaken, right, Tosh? Peace, Ty. How you doing, man? The Colt College, what's good, bro? What's up? What's up? Really been locking in on breath work with Qi Gong too. That's what I'm talking about. Detroit is now gentrified. Yeah, exactly. The downtown is booming and the hood spots have been bought cheap and renovated. That was the whole point too. That was the whole point. You know, that they did that to Detroit. Side part question, I had to move a dead body at work. Wait, what? Side part question. I had to move a dead body at work. Is it true you're supposed to cleanse after 4-7 days? Huh? I'm not understanding that question at all. Not scared to admit it. It was fun though. I'm a Scorpio, so I loved it. You loved what? A dead body at work? It's 4 hours from you, Tosh. Majority of metal is recycled. Earth doesn't have much left in her to give. Well, I disagree with you on that. I disagree. There are parts of the earth that are bountiful. We only know what they tell us. We only know what they tell us, and they have kept the best parts of the earth for themselves. You can disagree with me. That's fine. We're not going to always agree, but earth has always been plentiful. Earth has been here for billions of years. Humans haven't. You know, they only tell the masses that there's a need for depopulation. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of disagree with that, Donna. Moving dead bodies is what y'all had to do. Is that what y'all talking about? Elegant Granny and Angelus? Are you talking about like what's that place called? The funeral homes or mortuary? Is that what it's called? The mortuary? Is that what y'all talking about? If that's what you're talking about, then yeah, absolutely cleanse yourself. Okay. Especially if that person's shade is still hanging around. Especially that. Greetings, namaste, Caribbean Grimoire, and all who's just come in. The Occult College, Ty, welcome. Oh, you're in the hospitals. Okay, I got you. I understand. I've been Granny. I had to pick it up and take it to the cooler. I prayed over the body just to make sure I'm good. I would have went home and took a shower and everything else. And had some fucking Florida water with me, and yeah. Exactly what Swords Wish just said. And wash the clothes you had on. Ha. Cammie Harris, thank you for the support. Much appreciated. And what Angelus is talking about right now reminds me of the movie Afterlife with Liam Neeson and Christina Ricci. Watch that movie. Also, me and the wife watched the movie. Look at that. It's 4:44. It's 4:44 p.m. right now. So we just watched a movie that is not well known, but there's some heavy hitters in this movie. It's called Blackout. I don't know if I remember mentioning it to y'all before. Blackout is about a power outage that happened in sweltering heat in New York in 2003. Zoe Saldana's in it. So is Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger, Melvin Van Peebles, a couple other people you might recognize. But this happened over maybe 36 hours. Not trying to scare y'all about any of that, but I'm gonna just leave it there. Let me just leave it there. Because I've covered these topics already. I don't want to keep repeating myself. You know what I mean? You know what? They made sure, it's been cloudy all week. They made sure on Sunday, I get up early enough where I can see the sky in the morning. We still wake up early. I guess it's that military training still. I know when it's going to be a sunny day. You actually know it's going to be sunny out, right? And that morning, I swear for God, there was a bunch of planes spraying chemtrails. I said, these motherfuckers, they made sure the sun didn't come out. They made sure of it. True enough, that day it was cloudy after that. I'm like, I know the sun was coming out. You know what I mean? They made sure it wasn't. Okay. They do this type shit, y'all. Y'all can't be surprised at this point. You just cannot be. Attachments are so easy to get hold on our spiritual aura. You got to cleanse all the time. Y'all hear what Elegant Granny said, right? I did deep cleaning on all my days off, right? You know, I love a good suspense thriller. Yeah, Tosh, you laughing, but I was pissed off. I was mad. I was cussing their asses. I was like, you motherfucking bastards. Like, they made sure the sun didn't come out. They made sure. You ran out of Florida water. You have other herbs and bleach and ammonia. That's all you really need right there. And sea salt. Each and every time I get outside, I have to gaze into the sun. It's a must. But they're blocking that. They're making sure y'all not getting enough sun. Sun is so important to our health, our physical health, our spiritual health. It's important, but they can't have that. Now, I had somebody tell me today, not today, it was a couple of days ago, that so the fuckery continues going on in the occult community, if that's what you want to call it. Remember I said, use discernment, know what people are about. This one person told me, oh yeah, I can't remember the conversation exactly, but they said Kenneth Grant came up. And I said, he's the occultist. You know, he wrote books about the left-hand path, right? You got to discern what's your path, left-hand path, the right-hand path. All right. He went further than Crowley did. Okay. He did. And he wrote about the tunnels of Set, the Necronomicon, and the Voodoo Gnostic Workbook, all advanced book. His books are not easy at all to understand, not at all. So I tested the person. I said, what is this book about? Now, I was curious. Night Side of Eden. So what's that one about? Oh, it's deep, bro. Blah, blah, blah. You're saying, and I'm like, Night Side of Eden is about the tunnels of Set. You know what I mean? What's the tunnels of Set? He didn't know. We came up and we kept going with this conversation because I am testing him, see what he knows, what he's talking about. I said, what's this book about? Cults of the Shadow. Okay. Cults of the Shadow. And he gave me some all fucked up ass answer where he was dodging the question, saying they so deep, esoteric. That he was trying to use big words to confuse me. I said, this book is about the Voodoo Gnostic Workbook. He's breaking down what Michael Bertrand was put out in the Voodoo Gnostic Workbook. If you want to know that advanced book, this is the book you should get. Okay? Like I said, he is the occultist. All right? Use his work for reference. So suffice to say, I could tell he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I didn't say that to him. No, I didn't. I mean, Hecate's Fountain, another heavy hitter. Just the images alone in these books can give you nightmares. All right. Outer gateways. The outer gateways. Outer gateways. Very expensive book. What he says. Perhaps the most mysterious and certainly the most sinister is the Necronomicon. The first mention of what appears in the fiction of the New England writer H.P. Lovecraft, said to have been written by a mad Arab named Al-Hazred. The Necronomicon actually exists on a plane to those who either consciously, like Crowley, or unconsciously, like Lovecraft, had succeeded in penetrating it. So suffice to say, He couldn't tell me about this book either. Right? Look at these images in this book. Okay? This is advanced work to know his books. Okay? There are not many people that I know personally that know what these books are about. Okay? You have to reach a certain level of understanding to understand Kenneth Grant's works. Okay? You should not start out that way. It's going to do nothing but confusion. Suffice to say, he ended the conversation pretty quickly after that, because I wanted to go in on Kenneth Grant works. Okay? He didn't. He tried to steer the conversation elsewhere. So I'm like, how are you telling people Kenneth Grant is your favorite occult author when you don't know what the fuck his books are about? They are very hard to understand. Okay? Very hard. Please, whatever you do, learn discernment, please. I said all of that just to say that. All right, so y'all went in on comments. Try first morning's urine. Papa Ken, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you fucked with UT. I didn't know that. Now I know. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, they have weather machines in their spells to make clouds from. Yeah, absolutely, Donna. Oh, no, not fuckery. I had to. I mean, I've run into so many people who do that, who claim occultism. I think they should just use another word. I was told by a reader in September to get vitamin D's. A bottle of ammonia mixed with water and a cup of bay leaves is highly effective protecting your parameters. Learned that from Barbadian kinfolk. That's what I'm talking about. I never understood why Crowley Evil Ass was deemed father of the occult. He was just a copy paste and just a weirdo. I'm tired of white people copy pasting and getting credit. Then if that's the case, Donna, who you should really look into, the father of occultism, Pascal Beverly Randolph. Okay? That's who Dr. Strange is based on. He lived in New York. Okay? He lived in New York. He wrote books about the occult, specifically sex magic. Blavatsky stole his work. So did a few others. Okay? So I feel you on that point. I do. Pascal Beverly, I like to go to the source. Go to the source. Okay? I have a question. Where do you find occult books PDF for free, a little charge? I don't got it like that right now. Look up, Donna, I'm addressing you, darkbooks.org. Dark Books, let me see if that still works. Is it Dark Books? Yep, darkbooks.org. There you go. No problem. Pray Psalms 23 and ask for a cleansed spirit, sound mind, and healthy body. Ashe, I'm out, y'all. Thanks for coming by, Papa Ken. It's always good to see you, bro. Thank you for sharing your library. Absolutely. Absolutely. Got some books on him. Yes, all Blavatsky's work is Pascal Beverly. Exactly, Ray Sean. Y'all hear him? All Blavatsky's work is Pascal Beverly Randolph. All of it. That's cheesy. If these men want to be great occultists and spellcasters, why not just do their own channeling and learn? It's sad and pathetic. Well, while I agree, it's the current trend. The current trend is to call something occult, because there's still a lot of mystery surrounding just that word. So most people are easy to fool. So, but they come across somebody like me who does, I would say, reading for a goddamn living. And I don't try to embarrass people, especially not in public. But I am going to ask questions. If we're going to have an occult conversation, I'm going to ask questions. Discernment. Caribbean Grimoire has a good library also, y'all. Ask him where he get his books. Just also remember this. You can get a lot of magic from mythologies. Mythologies are not made up stories. Those are actual stories. Let's not say that mythologies are irrelevant. These are things that actually happen. They're putting them in cartoons now. An American Dad episode they showed 2 days ago was talking about Humbaba. I'm like, they put that in the cartoon. You'd be surprised at what American Dad reveals. You'd be surprised. I guarantee it. Okay. Mythologies are important. Today and a couple days following are good days to get these rituals out the way. Not out the way like that, but get the work in. You see what I'm saying? Get the work in. I have gotten many books, many free PDFs from darkbooks.org. Okay. That has been one of my go-tos for years. There's another one called sacredmagic.com where you can get free PDFs. Thank you, Rayshawn. What Rayshawn said gets me back to the point. If you want to learn the left-hand path, you study Kenneth Grant's work. Okay? And I know many people who have tried to learn the Voodoo Gnostic workbook and can't. Okay. Like I said, you have to have a certain level of understanding to know what he's even talking about. But Kenneth Grant has broken it down. He was one of the best occultists of this century, Kenneth Grant. He's not spoken of nearly enough. Same thing I say about Azazel Bay. I am still going through all my stuff that I've gotten from Azazel and trying to convert it to MP4s and putting it on my Patreon. That's what I've been doing for like the past week. I have that much information. Okay? I have that much information. But again, the point stands. You want to learn about the left-hand path, truly learn it, Kenneth Grant's books are the way to go. Is it possible for people's ancestors to be non-human? You actually enjoy reading. Many people don't even like learning. How about that, Tosh? How about that? Possible for people, ancestors to be non-humans? Do you mean like, huh? Did you mean, that's a good question. I'm afraid I can't answer it. I've never heard of somebody's ancestors being non-human. I think what you mean to ask is somebody who's never had a physical body. Yeah, that's possible. Is that what you meant? That is possible. Like, for example, some of the Orishas, some of the Loa were never in human form. Okay? Never in human form. There are some spirits who have never been human. Hopefully I answered that question. What was that other website name? It's Sacred Magick.com. I think that's it. So I want y'all to be safe. Be safe for the next few days, please. Check on people who are elderly, people who don't have, I mean, if you know homeless people. But don't forget also cayenne pepper pills or cayenne pepper period will help you keep warm if the power goes out. Okay? Cayenne pepper, you'd be surprised. Oh, you're welcome. Not a problem, Faith. Anytime I can help. Have you ever seen the movie Zebrahead? I found this book after so many years. I was trying to find this book by Michael Rappaport. Okay. And always lovely in Bushe Wright. That she's always been fine to me. Those dimples, that chocolate skin, she's been fine for a long time. You may know her from Dead Presidents and Blade. Just naturally beautiful. Anyway, they're in a romance in this. And this happens to be in Detroit. It happens to be in Detroit. So this is an interracial kind of love story, but it's a hood movie. It's a hood movie. Came out in 1992. Peace and blessings, babies, spiritual supply. I have an ancestor who's a mermaid. At first, I thought it was an evil entity, but when I did a banish ritual, it didn't go away. And when I called on my ancestor who loved me and wanted to help me, she came. Did you ask her, though? The only way you're going to get an answer like that is to ask her. Ask that deity, that entity, that spirit directly. Who are you? Tell me who you are. Ask her to show up in your dreams and explain who she is. Some of them like being on the astral plane more than they try to be on this physical plane. That is their realm, in my experience anyway. Someone asked, are there people with ancestors who aren't just human beings? I haven't altered her, and she's never hurt me, teaches me powerful water magic. Then there you go. You kind of answered your own question with that one. You answered your own question. So I'm getting ready to get out of here, people. I want to wish y'all, if you celebrate this holiday, have a happy holiday. Okay? Be safe. Prepare. Hope y'all are prepared. I always expect the worst. Okay? That may sound a little pessimistic, but I do. Stay safe and take care of each other. I asked her, she said, I'm an ancestor. She showed up and when I started my spiritual journey. Oh, okay. Oh, well, she answered it then. Donna, keeping the communication open, you know. Yeah, ask her to show up in your dreams. I found that asking spirits to show up in my dreams is kind of easier for them. They always come through. If you, like I said, stay safe. The world is going crazy and insane. So do the best you can to stay safe. And I will see y'all next time. Thanks for joining me on this live. Stay safe. That's the only thing I'm going to keep saying. Stay safe. And like I always say, namaste. Peace, y'all. Enjoy your week too. Enjoy, Rayshawn. Peace, Rayshawn. Peace, Faith. You're welcome. Enjoy your week too. It was just weird. I was like, is it normal? That's normal. Yeah. Thanks for everyone who came. I actually got to get out of here. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.